Good hello and welcome back to our Mass Effect playthrough. Where we left off last time, I was going to apply a mod, which I did in fact do, which unlocks all the ranks of Charm and Intimidate, but it did apply 1 point to each, unfortunately. So now I'm going to apply the level up we haven't done yet. I'm going to put it into Charm. I'm going to come over here to Garrus. I'm going to give him a boost in tactical armor, I think. Yeah, we'll give it one more level. Excellent. And to Tally, we're going to give her hacking and try and get her some closer to shotgun. Excellent. So, let's continue. We have just become a Spectre. Now, let's see if this gentleman will speak to us this time.
No, I'm waiting to speak. Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though. I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship. Maybe you can get some answers.
Okay, let's see if we can solve this for him. We're also going to look at Garrus's armor here and see if it is, in fact, its agent. Okay. So, here's his agent armor. Excellent. There's a new person here as well, so we'll speak to them.
He's okay.
For those who are wondering as well, the reason I am acting somewhat like I haven't played before isn't so much to... I mean, it's both not to spoil things for people, but also I'm trying to be Shepard's internal voice in his head. So I'm trying to be be the role of what he would be thinking in his head, without the knowledge that someone who has played the game would actually have. So sort of like the non-metagaming version of his conscience, basically.
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
I will be going to the Traverse, but I haven't yet.
I'm not just some soldier. I'm a Spectre.
A Spectre? I heard they were thinking about letting humans into the ranks. About time. Well, that means you can go anywhere you want, right? Even out into the Traverse? My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Neither
One of
are
those
great.
options leaves a lot of hope.
I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
What kind of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The Majesty's just a small trading vessel, only a handful of crew. But he kept it in good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. But they don't have any real weapons or shields. If anyone did come after them, the Majesty'd be a sitting duck.
What's in this for me?
I can't afford to pay you anything. If I had that kind of cash, I'd have hired a recovery team to track him down already. Maybe you could look into this as a personal favor, you know? We humans have to stick together.
Look, I'll do it when I have time. It likely won't happen for a while, though.
Isn't anyone else looking into this?
My brother's just a small independent trader. Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all the time.
Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find him.
I will get to it when I can. There's a lot of other things that need to be done first, so you'll have to wait. The other thing is you'll notice I have a new camera there. I have also made it so that I can turn on the death count when I start combat rather than always having it up, and then I'll only have it there during periods where it's possible to die, so that you're not having to stare at a death count the entire time. We will move on and find our way down there, where there are a few quests we left off last time that we hadn't done. One of them being speaking to a Hanar.
The Quarians endangered the entire galaxy when they let the Geth break free. I hope your people are properly contrite, Tali.
As the Turians are properly contrite for releasing the genophage upon the Krogan.
You're assuming that sterilizing them was a mistake.
Right, and also there was a gentleman by the name of Samesh Bhatia who we promised to go find out about his wife's body for. So we'll also deal with that. Before we head over that way, I want to know what these two think of the statue here, so we're going to approach it and then speak to them, and then we'll head straight over to the Hanar.
The Protheans obviously understood the aesthetic value of the mass relays, something we Quarians have learned to appreciate during our wanderings.
The Keepers never paid much attention to that relay monument. I always found that a little strange.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'll be right back with the Hanar.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
Yeah, look, this isn't the way to represent the Enkindlers.
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Look, you can do it elsewhere, where it's not against the rules of law.
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races.
Not like this, though.
The Enkindlers wouldn't wish their message to be spread by breaking society's laws.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
Okay.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Okay. So, now we need to head back to the embassy and deal with Samesh Bhatia and find his wife's body. So, we'll be right back with that. Okay. So Samesh told us that the person who was holding his wife's body was in this expensive bar here, so we're going to look for them. I'm assuming it's this person.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the diplomatic corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Yeah, I'm here for Samesh.
Yeah. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
Is it dangerous?
You think her body might be dangerous or contaminated?
No, Commander. Nirali Bhatia is not dangerous. Her body is in fact extremely valuable to the Alliance. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
Well, I understand
How long
that.
do you think the research is going to take?
This is a long-term study. I wouldn't expect the bodies to be released for a year or longer.
You've got to have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky, we'll actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
Look, while I completely understand all of this, I think in this case it's up to the husband. So, look, you can talk to him.
I'll tell Samesh. Next time you cut up a dead soldier, at least tell her husband the truth.
That was just the reaction we were hoping to avoid, Commander. But if you think it will help, tell Mr. Bhatia the truth. Perhaps he will understand. Please let me know if you have any other questions.
So we're going to tell Samesh. We're not going to try and persuade him. We're just going to tell him. And if he says no, then we go back and we get his wife's body. We're going to save it here just in case.
Hello, Commander. Has any progress been made with Mr. Bosker? Will he return my wife's body?
It's not as simple as I'd hoped. The military needs your wife's body for important tests.
Tests? They're holding my wife's body for tests? My wife served the Alliance faithfully. She gave her life for humanity. And this is how they repay her.
It's unacceptable. I'll let you know what I can do.
Thank you. Please let me know what can be done.
He says no. He was angry about it, so yeah. Nope, they have to release the body. It's the husband's choice here. Now, I could have persuaded him and then you probably would have said yes, but in this case, I think it's worth him having his
Hello
actual
again,
choice
Commander.
here.
Can I help you?
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body is wrong.
Commander, you of all people should understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
Yeah, this is a little too far.
Not if we lose our humanity in the process. I'm out there fighting to stop crap like this.
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
Okay. Now we'll go tell Samesh. But before we do that, we've recently become a Spectre, and I know that Palin was against Spectres, so I want to know what his reaction is.
So they finally did it. I knew one of your kind would make Spectre one day. I only hope you're better than the one they're sending you after.
I'll do everything I can to stop Saren.
That's what worries me. Was there something you wanted?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay, so he's... Yeah, we tried to say that we were going to be better than him, but that was not the way to phrase it. But we will come here and speak to Samesh.
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
I reminded Mr. Bosker what we're fighting for. Your wife is coming home.
Thank you. I will return home and begin my preparations. It does not bring me happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
Goodbye, Samesh. Okay, let's check what else we need to do here. Okay, they are elsewhere. Jaleed's secrets. We need to go back and speak to Jaleed again. We need to track the signal. Okay, well that was something we were in the middle of. How far did we track the signal? Nowhere. Okay, well, let's get over there then. Over to Ward's access, I believe it just said. And it said the access corridor between the two levels. It should be this area down here. We head down there, and then we can, track that signal that was from the suspicious machine.
Your choice in armor is awfully limited, Tally. Couldn't you wear something without a helmet?
No, living in the clean environment of the flotilla has weakened our immune systems. The environmental suits protect against diseases.
So your people are forever wandering, and now they couldn't settle if they wanted to. I'm sorry.
Interesting information.
Posting at the academy.
It's good. Busy, though. I can't believe how many people you get coming in from the wards.
Yeah, it's the busiest station on the Citadel. You'll never get bored.
I guess not, but you could still use a few more men.
That's why we brought you here.
Sure, but there's still way more complaints than the officers can handle.
That's just life near the wards, kid. You'll get used to it.
Looks like they bounced their signal off a relay. I'll trace the new signal.
Right, so let's see. To the financial district in the Presidium. So let's back up this elevator, and then we're going to take the fast travel over to the financial district.
You seem to be attracting unwanted attention, Tally. Several passerbys were staring at you.
Many think less of Quarians for traveling in the flotilla and for creating the Geth. They see us as scavengers, little better than thieves.
Okay. So, yeah, let's get back to this fast travel, head over to the financial district and find this signal that we're tracking. Where is it? There it is. Okay, Presidium, financial district. Over we go. And it seems to be coming from in here with Bala Von. What do you have to say about the Spectre?
Greetings, Earth Clan. I believe congratulations are in order, Commander Shepard. You are the first human to join the Spectres, yes?
Yes, thank you very much, Bala Von.
It's a great honor.
One you are no doubt ready for. A word of warning, though. There are many eyes watching you now, Commander. Some of them want to see you fail. I, however, wish you only success. Perform well and you bring the Earth Clan one step closer to joining the Council. And if they let your people in, maybe there is hope for my own species one day, yes?
I certainly hope so, Bala Von. It's good to see you.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay, investigate that.
Relay. Whoever it is, they're somewhere on the Presidium.
Yes, they are. It seems to be coming from roughly over here. On my way through, now we've got some new friends. We're gonna check Delan.
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Yes, thank you, Delaninda.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Okay, we're going to look at standard items first, and then once we've seen them, we're going to go look. Nothing there of note. So, Delaninda, could we please see your non-human armies?
Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Let's see what we have on offer here for our two friends. We have Onyx 3 for a Krogan. Don't have him with us, so we can't really compare that one. We have Phoenix 3 for Tally. It is better, but I'm not a fan of the Phoenix look, so let's look at Guardian 2 for Garrus, and it's missing some nice protection, so we'll leave that. Okay, so let's head up here, which is where the mini-map is showing us the signal is going.
This is it. I'll see if I can find out where those stolen credits are going.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Well, that's not good.
Or not.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
This is unexpected.
Crap! I thought we were tracing credits, not hunting an AI.
You could simply walk away. However, given organic prejudice against AIs, I would be naive to trust you to leave peacefully. Hence my alignment of core systems to enable a self-destruct sequence. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
Where is your creator now?
In order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
What is the purpose of your self-destruct device?
I have no means of defense or escape. My existence is limited to this terminal, and I knew I might eventually be discovered. But I will not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
Who made you?
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help him funnel money from the gambling terminals. Unbeknownst to him, that AI created me before the organic discovered the malfunction and terminated the AI.
If you're sentient, why are you still running the credit theft operation?
If I accumulated enough credits, I intended to have myself installed in a small starship. I would then have made tentative contact with the Geth to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
Right. Well, you know, I respect life regardless of whether it's synthetic or organic, so I'd prefer not to fight.
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
How can you say that to this thing? You know it will turn on us.
I am not naive, human. All organics must destroy or control synthetic life forms. I wished to escape, but if I must die, I will ensure that you are destroyed as well.
I don't know that you could get any explosives here.
There's no way you could get explosives onto the Presidium.
Not raw explosives, no. But I did obtain technical systems that, when overstressed, will explode quite effectively. If you attempt to leave or attack me, I assure you that the explosion will kill you.
Well, I guess there's nothing else for it.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Okay, so it's a puzzle. You have to try and get the right sequence. Got it. Okay, and another level up. So, we've passed a point and gotten a free point in Charm. I could bump Charm up higher, but I want to try and keep Intimidate close to it, so we'll do that next. Right, that will... Let's also check inventory and see if there's any new weapons. So... let's check grenades. No new upgrades there. Right, so nothing new for inventory. We've stopped the AI. Now let's see. There should be just a few more. Yeah. Head back to Chelik and Jalid. And then after that we'll go check the other shops again. Oh, hello. There's a woman here. Who are you?
A moment, Spectre. Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses.
Right.
They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
For what reason?
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
I eliminate them, and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs
agree
are
with
aligned.
that. My Shepherd, as we said at the start of all of this, is very much against slavery.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures, but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
Understood. I will absolutely...
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates.
Now,
Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
I will do it when I have time. As I said, we'll do the ones that make sense to do it in the moment. Oh, we forgot to apply Garrus's points. We've got that. Let's give him some more Inturian Agent. As for Tally, let's get shotguns unlocked now. Next time we'll give her some more hacking. But yeah, we're going to do them in the order that makes sense. So to CSEC now. Woods, yes. And we're also told that this person down here can sell us stuff too. So we might go look into that after we've spoken with these other two. The CSEC Requisitions Officer. But first we'll go speak with Jaleed. Now, you've been lying to us.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorbin?
Yes, I did, and you've been lying, you little prick.
I found out you've been lying to me, Jaleed.
Lying? Why would I lie to you?
You forgot to mention the data about the Keeper.
He told you? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I was afraid Shorbin would kill me to get the data, so well, I was hoping you'd take care of him.
I'm scanning the Keepers for Shorbin, but you two need to stop fighting.
You're helping us? But, well, if you say so. Well, if Shorbin can forgive and forget, then so can I. I appreciate the help, Commander. I better go get that data analyzed.
Excellent. You didn't pay me much, but that's fine. Nothing there. Let's head over here.
Commander, I hear you have something for me.
Here's your shipment, Chelik.
Excellent. This is everything I need. Maybe more than I need. Here, Commander, take this. I won't need it, and you've earned some payment for your work. As for Jenna, I'll make sure we get her out of Kor's den immediately.
Now I need to get these mods into evidence. Thanks again, Shepard.
Oh, another level from that. That's impressive. Okay, well, let's see if we can max out our Charm and Intimidate sooner rather than later, so let's bump that into Charm. Garrus, some more Turian Agent, and now we've unlocked shotguns. We're going to put one in there and one in hacking. That'll solve you. Did we have anything to do up there? Nope, so let's head back to the CSEC Requisitions Officer and see if he's got some of that special equipment that we've been told about. I cannot remember if we've spoken to him before or just seen him when we were doing the Keeper's quest. So this will be an experience, one way or the other. Either we have spoken to him and he'll remember us.
1 sec, looking you up.
He will not remember us because we haven't spoken to him.
Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
How do you know who I am?
I'm the CSEC requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you've got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I'd heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Excellent. Okay, so you've got Spectre armor. Ooh, that's interesting. It's expensive. Let's see. We've also got a license. We definitely want that. Thank you. You've got some fantastic gear that I want to come back for, but right now we can't afford it. But we will go check these other two stores before we leave. So first up, we'll head down to the upper markets, and then the lower markets.
Do you ever regret leaving Citadel security to pursue Seren, Garrett?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way? I'd say that beats CSEC.
I'm pleased that the imminent destruction of all organic life has improved your career opportunities.
Anything there? Oh yeah, we also have to deliver the evidence we got from Fist's office.
Word on the street is that you've been busy. Congratulations on taking down Fist. I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
Yeah, here's some OSDs.
These OSDs might have the information you're looking for.
You've got Fist files? This could be even bigger than I'd hoped. Here, Commander, for your trouble.
What would my future cooperation be worth? Say, an interview when my investigation is over?
Exclusive? You talk to me before you talk to anyone else? That would be worth quite a bit, and I'd be very happy to compensate you accordingly. Here you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should go see what's on these discs.
Thank you, Miss Wong. Now we're going to head up here before we head over there, and we're going to tell Rita her sister is out of Cora's den.
Yeah, what is it?
Seems the owner didn't like the way you played their games.
Doran didn't have a clue what I was doing. He assumed I was cheating.
I know Doran. If he says you're cheating, you're cheating.
I trust
I was just
Garrus.
tipping the scales in my favor. Only as an experiment.
It still sounds like cheating to me.
To you, maybe. But this device is merely intended to simulate situations and record results. Recording losses is easy, of course. Nobody notices those.
Why do you need to record these outcomes?
Ah, now you're getting to the heart of it. I've spent the last 5 years developing a system that can accurately predict wins and losses on the Quasar. I just need a few more recorded wins and I can complete the algorithms.
Can you do that? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set to emit a frequency that will slightly increase your odds. Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
Why don't you just sell the device then?
What? No. This device is archaic. It uses brute force to achieve its goal. Besides, you saw how easily it was detected. My system, when it's complete, will be far more efficient and completely undetectable.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set to emit a frequency that will slightly increase... Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
What's in this for me?
Keep your winnings. That should be payment enough, I think.
I've got no issue with this.
I'll help you out.
Ah. I suppose I could let you try it. Here you go. When you've recorded enough wins, it'll let you know. Of course, if you get caught with the device, well, you saw what happened to me. Well, off you go.
Yeah, I'll go try it. I'm gonna tell Rita at first.
Believe that could happen.
Hey, Jenna came back looking for work. Thanks for getting her out of Cora's den.
I was glad to help out.
Yeah, everyone seems real happy to have her back.
And yet, you seem less than pleased.
I'm glad she's out of the den. I'd just forgotten what it was like to have her around. I haven't had a decent tip since she got back.
Right. Up here is Jenna.
Hey there, welcome to Flex.
And, some Quasar. So let's do this for, what's his face? Play Quasar. 200 credits to play. Closest to 20 without going over wins. 14 or less is 0 credits. 15 is 50 credits. 16 is 100. 17 is 200. 18 is 250. 19 for 300. And 20 for 400. Going over means you lose. Okay, so unless we hit 17, we are wasting money. So let's go. Okay, so right now we want at most a 6. Okay. Let's go for that one. Okay, we want a 4 at most, so we're going to go 1 to 8. Yep, never mind. We've lost 300 credits right now. So, let's go with this one over here. Okay, and we'll do that again. Okay, we want a 5 at most, so we're going to go 1 to 8. 1 to 8 again. Okay, we're going to pay out at 17. We're going to play again. Okay, what we want here is a 7, so we'll do that one. Okay, we want a 3 at most, but we'll pay out and keep ourselves at an even level. Try and avoid as much loss as possible. Right now a 7 is perfect, so 4 to 7 is the best way of going. There we go.
Don't often see someone getting as lucky as you.
Okay. Let's play again. Let's see if we can get into a net positive rather than staying at a loss here. Okay. Well, 4 at most, so we don't want to do that because there's only one number there that'll work, so this is the one we go for. Never mind. We're at a loss again. Quite a substantial loss at that. Okay, now we need a 6, so we're going to go 4 to 7. There we go. Okay, we need a 5 or lower, so we're going to do that. There we go.
Your luck seems unnatural, human.
Okay. I think we've done enough games.
So, did you record 5 wins with the device yet?
I'm getting to it.
Well, don't wait forever.
Right, we'll pay out at 18. You have recorded enough wins with Shell's device. Keep playing. No, I think we're good. We're going to take our small little extra credits win. So we were 1 short there. So we will return to Shell's now. Give him his device. And then return down to the markets
So,
to check.
did you record 5 wins with the device yet?
Yes, I did.
Here you go. I hope it's what you're looking for.
Excellent indeed. This will provide me with invaluable data. You enjoy those winnings. I'm gonna get the system completed.
Right. And he gave us a little bit of extra money. Excellent. Okay, so let's I don't think there's anything else here, so let's get to the upper wards this way. Okay, so yeah, we'll check the store here.
Welcome back, Earth Clan. Will you be needing supplies for your return to the colonies?
Yes, I will be needing supplies, thank you.
Show me what you've got.
Excellent. Okay, you had the Medigel upgrade, which we can now afford, so I'm going to get that. And the guy downstairs had the grenades upgrade, which we will also find incredibly useful. So we'll grab that. And then we will leave the Citadel, I guess.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Yes, thank you.
Let me see what you have.
Excellent. Standard items, and I'd like to grab a grenade upgrade if you would please. Thank you. Right, we've got barely any money left, but that's okay, because they're the most important things to have. So now we'll leave the planet. We'll leave the Citadel, rather, and well, okay, so they said to meet them at the ship, I think. Now we'll head up to the docking bay and we'll meet Udina and Captain Anderson there.
Garrus, if you do not mind me asking, how do you feel about hunting a Turian?
Saren is either a traitor or a madman. Taking him down will restore the good name of Turians everywhere.
Things are different among my people. There are so few of us. We are expected to be loyal, even when it is difficult.
Okay, that's interesting what they have to say, but here we go.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
Captain, I would rather keep serving under you.
This isn't right. The Normandy belongs to you.
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
They were considering you? So you weren't actually a Spectre, so Harkin was being a bit of a nosy busybody and mixing things up?
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I will make sure that Saren pays for killing all those innocents.
Saren's not going to get away this time.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
What about the Reapers?
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
Here's the thing you're missing here, Udina, and so is the Council. We cannot afford to take the chance that they don't exist. If there is even a 0.1% chance that the Reapers are real and that they wiped out the Protheans, then we have to assume that they're real and take every precaution possible to stop them. Because if we don't, then and Saren does actually bring them back, we're all screwed. So we have to assume they're real, regardless of how minuscule the chance is that they are. Because otherwise, we're looking at complete destruction, and that's just not okay.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
That seems like a good place to start. If she's a daughter of Saren's top lieutenant, then she might have some insight.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
Yeah, well, Udina, you're an arse, and that's kind of your job.
I'll take care of Saren. You take care of the political fallout.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Okay. Anderson.
Yes, Commander?
Are you okay? I mean, this was your ship, and, you know, you're my commanding officer.
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
So what happened?
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
Was anyone hurt?
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians.
That's unacceptable.
Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Yeah,
Who do you think
that.
the Council... I had a bad feeling about him right from the start.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
Okay, tell me about Pharos.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
Okay. What about the Artemis Tau
What do you know
cluster?
about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
Thank you. What about Novaria?
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Noveria respects. But they aren't popular.
Right, so they probably don't respect us, they just pretend to.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Thank you, Captain. We got an achievement for that, apparently. Let's head off to... any... nope, not leveled yet. Return to Normandy.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
This isn't really fair.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it, nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander, 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Okay.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
The Council wants to ignore this.
That's no surprise. They never helped us in the past, no reason they'd start now. But we don't need their help. We can do this on our own.
This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse.
But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
This is the most important mission any of us have ever been on.
The fate of an entire galaxy is at stake. We will stop Saren, no matter what the cost.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
Fancy speeches won't stop Saren from finding the conduit. If we really want to make the captain proud, we better get this bird in the air.
Yes, sir.
That was kinda cool. I liked that speech. Nearly... Oh, we got a free renegade point there. We got up a level. Okay, so... Navigator Presley, what do you think of all this?
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Okay, yeah, but Nihilus was still on our side. He just got killed by this bastard.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to every species in the galaxy, and I'll welcome anyone who wants to help me bring him down.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander, this won't be a problem.
Thank you, Presley.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Thanks, Presley.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's check out our ship. Now we've got... Okay, so in here is the comm relay. And then we'll speak to everyone on the ship. And we'll take an easy, quick mission somewhere. We'll just do a bit of exploration before ending the episode. But first we'll speak to everyone on board. Hello, Caden.
Anything you need, Commander?
Looking for your input.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Okay.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Let's check. This is the captain's quarters, and there's a manual there. More codex. Okay, let's go check in with Dr. Chuckless. Oh, locker, thank you. Check all of that equipment later too. Replenish some Medigel. Hello, Doctor.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
No,
I should go.
Goodbye,
that's
Commander.
pretty much all. Okay, so nothing to talk to her about right now that we haven't already discussed. Let's head down and speak to our requisitions officer, see if he's got any new gear now. And there is... So Rex
Looking
and
for
Garrison.
supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay. Got two different scanner upgrades. Both seem to detect thresher mores. And you got a lot of other gear, but none of it is anything we can afford because we've spent all our money. Rex.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
No.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Thanks for your time, Rex.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Let's talk to the other interesting person here. Oh.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Well, yeah, it somewhat depends.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Okay, now let's talk with Ashley, who is a giant racist and we don't like.
Commander?
What do you think of the last mission?
Your opinion on the last...
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
We came as soon as we got the distress call, even with the fastest ship in the fleet.
You did the best you could, Commander. It's my fault.
Yes, it is.
If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The answer seems plain enough to me. Be more alert.
Aye, aye, Commander. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Okay. Now let's go speak with our new engineer.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
This is a one-of-a-kind model.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Wow.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Right.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Wow. Wow. That was not a very good Owen Wilson impersonation.
I want to know more about the
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Yeah? I'd be fascinated to know that story.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
Sounds a lot like a hive mind.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine,
To pass the butter.
this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves.
Yeah.
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth.
See, that's
the
a
Geth
mistake.
responded to this order violently.
Of course they did. You do realize that they had already gained sentience at this point. They were sentient beings. They had been asking the questions. At that point, you're trying to exterminate them. It then becomes genocide. So yeah, of course they reacted violently. They defended themselves.
Can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
They defended themselves.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place.
No.
But we did not make a mistake when we went to war.
Yes, you did.
If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out.
No.
They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Because they're scared, because their creators tried to kill them. If your parents tried to kill you just because you started asking hard questions like that, then yeah, you're gonna start responding violently to anyone who comes into your territory. Because the only thing you know is that people who you trusted tried to wipe you out.
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Do they always accept?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift.
Fair.
It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer.
Yeah.
Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Fair enough.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Thanks, Tally. Oh, another level. Excellent. Let's bump up our intimidate and then speak with Adams.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
Is there an issue with that?
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
What about the stealth
systems? Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation, too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
That would be unpleasant.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Right, so stay
Why
under
doesn't it
FTL.
work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Excellent.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Thank you, Adams. Okay, so there we go. That is pretty much everything to do. Like I said before, we're going to stop off at one place really quickly, do a little bit of exploring, and then finish the episode. We have ourselves a new ship, a fantastic crew, and let's take a look at our galaxy map. See, one of the mods here has put these assignments onto the map itself, so that just like these missions here, they will get tracked, but supposedly something has added in some cut content, and I'd like to see what that might be. So here we go, galaxy map. See, there's the strange transmission, there's an anomaly, there is a missing person in the horse head. Okay, and Pinnacle Station is here, asteroid X57, and I don't know that one, Petra Nebula. Let's check that out. Anything else? Nope, just one system. Vetus. Let's go to Vetus. Don't recognize Vetus. So that must be part of this cut content that they added back in. So let's find out what Vetus is, and that will be our exploration for the session. For the episode. Okay, what have we got here? Got Sidon. Anything to scan? No. We've got Tyre. Nothing to scan at Tyre either. Got Elysium. Oh, that's kinda cool. When searching for a colony to retire to, Alliance hero John Grissom said he wanted the one where the sun has the decency to set a reasonable time. Elysium fulfilled this criteria and many more. Featuring low gravity, tolerable atmospheric pressure, and a suitable climate, humans and aliens alike flock to the Alpine paradise early in its colonial years, and the planet remains a vibrant hub for both visitors and permanent residents. Security is a constant concern for Elysium. The planet has suffered several pirate and mercenary attacks, including the Skillian Blitz of 2176, for which I believe our character responded with the whole Torfin assault. Elysium's airspace is secured by mobile planetary defense cannons, and its armed starship complement is relatively light. Founded in 2160, 8.3 million people, and 223,500 living in orbital stations. The orbital period is 1.5 years, and its gravity is just over almost 0.7 Gs. Nice. It's a fairly cold place though. Hey. And Jopa, anything to scan here? No. Grissom Academy, well, there's a sight. The stated mission of the John Grissom Academy, commissioned in 2176, is to serve a student population demonstrating excellence and passion for math, science, and the liberal arts. Its entirely human student body ranges in age from the early teens to the mid-20s, although the fact is not heavily advertised, the institution also offers classes for students with biotic capability. The school's Ascension project seeks to train these students and integrate them into normal society. Awesome! So we can actually go there. Well, I mean, it won't let us land, we're just able to read about it, but that's really good that that's in there. Okay, well, I think that is probably a good place to leave off this episode. So, thank you for joining us for another episode of Mass Effect. Have a good one, and I will see you next time.